Well, guys, today I have found my white whale for the last couple of weeks that I have been looking for, and I cannot wait to open these things up because they have been like I said, a little personal vendetta, and I'll explain that in a minute. But for today's episode, I finally got a hold of the Super 7 Godzilla Minus One blind boxes. So I got two. We're going to open these bad boys up, and we're going to see what's inside. So if you watch this channel, you know I'm a big fan of a lot of the stuff that Super 7 has been doing with the Godzilla license. And a couple of months ago, they released their very first Minus One reaction figure. It goes along with their Ultimate Godzilla Minus One, and they also have a Super Kaiju figure that's coming out actually in a week as of this video. So I'm hoping to get my hands on that. That one should be a lot easier than this thing right here. So a little backstory, as I mentioned at the top of this video. So these came out about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks ago at this point, and they are Target exclusives, which means you have to find them in Target. Super 7 has a deal with Target. I believe they got something similar with Walmart, but you can only get these at Target. And here's the problem. They're not on their website, so you can't just go online and order them. You have to go toy hunting like you had to, like back in the day, basically. So I am out here in the Dallas area, and I have been to about 25 Targets between Fort Worth and Dallas and in between. So about a week and a half ago, I finally came across these things. There were three that were left in the display. They come in a big box. I think I got a picture somewhere. Hopefully I have it in this video as you're watching. Picked these up. It was early in the morning. It was like 8:15. The store had just opened, and I was pretty much going to take all three boxes. Went to the register. These things would not ring up. And since it was only self-checkout at the time, the person manning the self-checkout essentially just took them away from me. He said, you're either going to have to wait for a manager to come to ring these up because they're not popping up in the system, or you're going to have to come back. And went back a couple hours later, they were gone. They either didn't put them back on the shelves or someone had taken them already. So that irked me. It irked me so much. There is that, we all have that moment of being denied something, and you either take it lying down or you sally forth. So I know these things were popping up, and I asked at that particular Target if they had any more in the back. They said no, it was just the one case, and I believe there's 10 per case, since these are actually pretty big boxes, as you can see. So in the 2 weeks in between that, I have checked dozens and dozens of Targets. I have found nothing but the empty boxes. So this morning, after I got off work, I went to a Target I hadn't hit up in a while, just to see if maybe they had rolled out there. And as luck had it, they had two left. You might want to check around. They are out there. Like I said, I am in the Dallas area, so I finally came across these. They look to be slowly shipping out across the country. I've seen other people pick up a couple back east and a couple in California already, so just be vigilant. I got a feeling in a few months these will probably just be everywhere, or they may not. That's the weird thing with Super 7. Sometimes they're stuff's lousy, and by lousy, not by bad, but like everywhere. Like you're lousy with fruit, you're lousy with paper, you're that old style saying for those of you who didn't study English. So what we're going to do is we're going to open these up. I know I just did a unboxing. I got a couple of unboxings set for this next week or two, so you'll have to bear with me. But that's part of the fun of these blind boxes. We don't know what we're getting. So what are these anyway? These are reaction figures. Super 7 has been doing their reaction line as blind box figures, usually in variant colors, or just as a way to like get these things into stores. So you're not getting the carded figure, and you're also not getting a choice. You don't know what you're going to get. It's part of the fun. I like blind boxes because they force you to kind of interact with people. You know, they are meant for trading. Like, you got an extra, well, someone else has an extra and they got something you want, so yeah, I'll trade them. It's old schoolyard rules. So these things were $15 a piece, which isn't bad considering that reactions now are about $20 a piece. So I'm assuming that, you know, the card has something to do with that, and these are just standard boxes. So let me stop jabbering and let's get into the fun of opening these things. So which one? We're gonna go with this one first. So this is our potential mystery that lies inside. Train Biter Godzilla. We have a standard roaring. We have charging. We have heat ray. And we have two mysteries. Now, I know for a fact one of the mysteries is a clear figure. It's basically the standard and roaring. Or I think it was the roaring that was clear. So I don't know if they're both clear or not. Someone out there who probably has them could probably tell me. But here's the thing with me. You know, I'm not big into clear figures. They're just not my jam. So I'm kind of hoping to either get the charging. The Train Biter is the one I want. I want that Train Biter. So let's get this guy open. So this, before I open it, quick box look. So these are the sides. So the front and back are essentially the same. One side's got the QR code and the barcode, but pretty standard packaging. Not bad. These are bigger than the other reaction figures that are, blind boxes are out there. I held the metallic one in my hand today. I decided against getting it, budgetary reasons. But yeah, this is a chunky boy. So let's get this open. All right. Well, that is what that looks like. So really, this is. Box is folded in on itself. This is all glued. Interesting. So it looks like there's, you know, I'm going to get a X-Acto pin for the next one. All right. So what do we got inside? Black bag. And inside. That side. So, all right. So man, they go out of their way and make sure you just can't open the box. See what's inside. The metallic one I had in my hand, someone did try to open it and try to feel what was inside, but I don't know. Let's get this guy open. All right, moment of truth. All right, we got the standard one. Not bad. Not bad at all. So this is a cool reaction figure. And actually, the standard one, which is out now at super7.com, actually saving some money, saving like $5 buying this box versus getting it on the card. And you're going to destroy the card either way trying to get those things out. So honestly, go with the box. This is actually a very cool reaction figure. So I'm going to hold off doing a full review until we open the second one. So let me put him there. Trusty knife. Remember, kids, always ask your parents if you need to use a knife. Should be a no-brainer. As you can see, this is the damage you end up doing to the box, but you know, the feeling none of you are really keeping the box. Some people are box junkies other than that. All right. Okay. What do we have inside? Did we double down? Did we get something extra? All right. Yeah! All right. Yes! Oh, that's awesome. I got the one I wanted. I got the Train Biter. Look at him. That's amazing. Oh, man, am I happy. Ah. These are the last two boxes. So, standard, and Train Biter. Oh, I am overjoyed. All right, let's reset here and we'll do a little deep dive on these things. Okay, so standard boy here. So this is a reaction figure. It is about 5.5 inches tall. You see me review the reaction figures here, but this minus one, man, this is a pretty good quality reaction figure. Super 7 has been upping their game on the sculpt on these reactions as of late, and I've been very impressed. I've told a lot of people who are buying for their kids, they're like, well, what should I get? You know, a lot of the kids want the Bandais, but those are somewhat costly. I've told everyone, get the reaction figures because these are perfect for children. They're solid, they're not going to break. They are essentially 80s style action figures, just with limited joints. But if you're giving this to like a 6-7-year-old, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world. They can play to their heart's content with these things and not have to worry about breaking them. Like, I would not tell you to ever get a kid a Haya or a Monster Arts figure because they're gonna break. These things will not break. And the beauty of Super 7s, they are offering, so far they got 90% of like the Showa monsters out there, and it looks like they're slowly working their way into the Heisei era. So or if you are, let's just say, space conscious, that you don't have a lot of room but you want to have a nice Godzilla collection, well, the reaction figures are the best way to go because they are small. They are a little bit bigger than the Gashapons that are sold in Japan, but they are much more solid and they are economically, you know, I would say better. I know some people gawk at spending $20 on a 5-inch figure, but you're going to spend 24 to 30, sometimes 45 on a Marvel Legends figure. This is a no-brainer. So as you can see, man, the paint job on this is well done. It's got a nice glossy coat. Look at the eyes, the mouth, even the spines. They have a slightly brown hueish to it that I don't even think were on the Ultimate figure. I did bequeath that Ultimate figure and upgrade it to the charging one, as you can see in one of my other videos. So I don't have that original one on me anymore as I moved out here to Texas. But this I know for a fact this is a better paint job on these spines. Now, just a little nerdish quip. I like my Godzilla spines white, or at least colorful. Both the Legendary and Yamazaki seemed, actually most of the Reiwa era seems to think like, we'll just even it out and the spines will be similar to the body color Godzilla. No. I want color on those spines. But this is a fantastic, this thing's hefty too. I mean, this is a hefty reaction figure. He's got solid, I mean, listen to that. That is, he's a thick boy. So again, standard. Very cool. I'm quite happy with this thing, but man, the one I am excited for is the Train Biter. So let me see, compare and contrast. So yes, actually, yeah. So same body, of course, basically a new head sculpt, which is what really makes these blind boxes viable. You know, you're saving money on essentially same mold, and you're changing out the heads. So this Train Biter, man, look at, and even the train, look at the detailing on the train's very detailed for as small as it is. It's got the broken part right there, and it's on there pretty good. Now, yeah, that could easily come off, but again, if you're going to give, you know, this one is more for, I'll just say, mature collectors who aren't going to play with this and that, because I can tell this would fall off easily if you gave this to a kid. This would be one to give to a kid. This one you put up in your home or your office, one of those places, and man, look at him. He is awesome. So there's this difference in the head sculpt right there in the mouth. Let me do compare and contrast so you can see right there. So the forehead's a little bit bigger to compensate for the train. And it looks like, yeah, the paint job is slightly different. So that is the big difference. But the train is detailed front to back. So they didn't just paint the front. you know. And if you're a customizer, you could probably take a little paint, customize the wheels and stuff, get a little silver on the wheels there. But overall, this is a fantastic figure. Man, I am happy. Look, I spent nearly 3 weeks trying to find these things in the wild. They're not online. Finally found them this morning, and I've been waiting all day to open these things, and man, am I happy. Like, this really made the hunt worth it. And, you know, if you're a toy hunter, finding that thing in the wild, especially when it's, you know, become quite hard to find, there's no comparison to the joy that you get, especially paying retail price for something, or even under that. Oh, that's even better. But if you see these out there and you're a Godzilla collector, I highly recommend it. Like I said, here are your options. So the charging would be cool to have. So they have the one with the atomic breath, and they have a roaring one, and I'm fairly certain both of these are crystal clear. I believe the one I saw online, which was the roaring one, was like a bluish hue, but it was clear but crystalline. I'm assuming that's the same one too. So if you're a completionist, you need the chase figures, there you go. Now, just to mention something, because I know a couple of you might be saying this in the comments, if you see these in person, I don't know if it's been fixed yet, but when these first hit store shelves, and something I found out why they weren't ringing up, there was a weird error in the Target's inventory system, so the individuals would not ring up, but the box that they all came in would ring up, and it would ring up for $14.99. So there are people out there who have taken the whole box as they came out and got essentially 8 to 10 figures for $14.99. Like, literally, the barcode is the same barcode on here that's on the entire box. And those, if you're savvy enough, I'll just put it that way. You took the whole box, went to the self-checkout, and got a bunch of these things for $14. I, however, did not. So I went the honest route because there's only 2 anyway, and no self-checkouts were open that morning. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't. But so these are, like I said, $14.99 a piece. They are $5 cheaper than the current carded figure that is online at super7.com, or probably through any third-party retailers that are selling these things. But as far as reactions go, some of the best in Super 7's work. I love these things to death, especially the train biter. Man, I love them. So there you guys go. That is what's in the box. You guys have it. That is my unboxing of the Super 7 Godzilla Minus One blind box. Overjoyed by what I've gotten here. Remember, if you like what you see, we do have a show. It's called the Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. And if you don't like to download, well, you can always stream us on all of your favorite podcast streamers, including Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you might find better podcasts. And just a quick note, I have gone through and archived all of our available shows from the past on our website. So if you go to thekaijukingdom.com and you want to find an episode that is not streaming, you can go there, download it, or stream it directly from our website itself. We're also on social media. You can find us on X, Instagram, and Facebook.com. It's right there. There's the logo. Don't need to tell you anymore. If you want to say hi, if you want to leave a comment, or you want to keep up to date with all the late breaking news in the world of giant monsters, that is the place to do it. And on that note, that will do it for this edition of the Koffers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.